so you can continue to grow and build on that.
But I think that's moral of the story. When we have a confidence, and after that we can speak in English. But as a second language, most of the time, lot of English learner they think that I have a lot of lacking and even I have a lot of mistakes. So how can I recovering this kind of problem? So that's why they cannot speak English.
If someone gives you advice about something you're doing wrong, tell them to be specific. What exactly is the mistake you're making? If you just give someone a general statement like, your accent needs improvement, or you said something wrong, you need to ask them specifically what they're talking about so you can talk about that specific error that you're making in their view and practice on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely right.
General advice is not helpful. Ask them to be specific,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely right. Specific mistakes. After that, we can try to work with this kind of specific
Correct.
mistakes, and it's help us to improve our mistakes.
Mhm. That is correct. Ask for specific advice, not general ambiguity, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In my point of view, you are such a good advisor and mentor, and who are very passionate for improve their English skill, and they can get a lot of advantage from your sides. So that's why even I'm trying to assess a lot of people who are trying to improve their English skill, but even I want to take some advice from native speaker side. So how to improve my English skill as well as. So that's why everybody need to find such as you, like you, a good mentor who can support them to improve their English skill by motivate them to encourage them. So it is not a rocket science. English is just a language.
Right. Yeah, not everyone is going to be a good teacher just because they're speaking English as a native speaker. It doesn't qualify them for teaching.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people on here are not teachers or qualified teachers or even good at teaching their own language. Their advantage is that they are native speakers, but that doesn't qualify you as a teacher.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I saw many this kind of native speaker who are not very passionate for doing this kind of jobs, but they are native, but their mother tongue is English, so that's why they are used to do it. But they cannot help too much to improve their speaking
Yeah.
skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But most of the history, and I think there's communication skill is the best. So when we will converse in a polite way, so where we have a lacking, where we have to find out. So this way, when we will work, then after that we can get some advantage. Question is that how to improve speaking skill in English when someone don't know a lot of things. So how they can start to improve their speaking skill.
Okay. Specifically, I would encourage you to go to YouTube and find a tutorial of an English speaker, beginning English speaker, and find a tutor, someone who has pre-recorded videos speaking slowly, right? So you can follow their words, repeat their words after, and you have access to the video. You can rewind it, replay it, and figure out how they move their mouth so you can start forming the words as a native speaker. I think I would start there.
Yeah, absolutely right. Maybe it's will be very convenient for English learner who are very beginner level. I hope.
So I wouldn't say you're beginner because you're forming sentences. I can understand you. I think you're probably moving into more intermediate on your level. However, you're speaking fast and you're doubling some of your words, which is part of your accent, right? So you want to work on speaking slower, and you want to work on your enunciation, which is pronouncing each section of the word in a sentence.
Yeah, I got it. But we,
So work on speaking slower and enunciating each word to the best of your ability based on what you're hearing.
yeah, so did I. I appreciate it, but it's helped me to improve my English skill as well as its pronunciation and speaking skill. But a lot of time, a lot of native speaker told me, Shambrat, you should speak slowly. Then after that, you should pronounce all the words. But sometimes you speak too fast, so that's why you are feeling hesitation.
It is common for people from India, Bangladesh, these parts of the world, when they're speaking English, they speak quite fast. So although we can understand, not everyone's going to understand you, and there may be some confusion. They'll say your accent is too thick, which is ridiculous, but it's just because you're speaking a little on the fast side and you're not enunciating the words.
But moral of the story, but they think that when we speak too fast and after that we'll be more fluent. So this is absolutely wrong in my perspective. So that's why this it's happened with us.
So if I started speaking really fast in English to you and you were just native, then this would be confusing for you,
Yes.
right? It's the same when you're trying to speak another language. Do not rush through your words and work on your enunciation.